Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here. Welcome back to another episode of the Chicago Blackhawks Be a GM. We're in the re-sign phase. Now I've gone ahead and taken a look at our depth chart to see exactly where everybody lies. So first things first, we'll take a look as if we're going to rock with what we got right now. And we won't make any changes, but we probably will make a couple small changes here in the offseason for the better. So first off, our number one center is going to be Jonathan Toews, second line center Kadri, and then third line center as it sits now is Louis LeBlanc. He might get dealt because his value or his overall is not quite high enough to be playing the third line. I'd like to get a 83 overall or something like that. And then Drew LeBlanc, he will be re-signed. He'll continue to center that fourth line. He's done really well for us so far. All right. Now, obviously, on the left wing, we're going to have Jonathan Drouin. Second line, Lupul. Third line, Saad. And fourth line, Trainer. On the right side, Patrick Kane's going to be on the top line. Now, obviously, Andrew Shaw and Alex Chasen are both 84 overall. I would rather have the power forward playing that second line. Just because Andrew Shaw's shot's probably... it's not bad. It's not bad. But I'd rather have him playing on the third line in a checking role, even though he's had a phenomenal year. So I'd put Andrew Shaw on the third line with Chasen on the second. And then finally, on the left side, or on the right side, Daniel Winnick. As it stands now, like, we could make some changes. On defense, we're going to rock Jones, Leddy, Fowler, Hjalmarsson, Kuma, Martin, and Clendening as it sits now. Obviously, a lot of you guys asked I move Clendening for Hoka, or whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. Starts with an H. He's in Los Angeles or whatever. Honka. So I will be doing that trade here hopefully soon. Now, in terms of goalies, we've obviously got Cotton to resign, and Campbell will be his backup, okay? Now, I've gone ahead already, and in addition to all that, I've gone ahead and calculated all the contracts for everybody that needed to resign. So we're going to start with the centers, Jonathan Drouin. Now, he wants 3 years, but we're going to give him 5.260. That's what we're going to offer him. He should accept that. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. There you go, 5.260 for 3 years. All right, then we're going to offer Kadri a contract at 4.37. All right, so that's what he's going to make. There's a bit of a savings there on him. There you go, 4.37 for Kadri for 2 years. We're going to move to Drew LeBlanc. We're going to get him at 1.545 for 2 years. All right, we're going to save a little bit here. 545 for 2 years. All right, now I'm going to sim here. I want to make sure I got those 3 players, and then we'll move on to Chasen, Leddy, and Cotton. Let's see what happens. I'm assuming we probably got everybody. There's no doubt about it. Drew and Kadri and Drew LeBlanc. So we got Kadri, we got LeBlanc, and we got Drouin. So those 3 are signed. We still have $19 million left. We're going to continue on here. We've got our right wingers. So Chasen, here he is. And then we're going to give him 3.060 for 2 years. All right, so 3.060 right there for 2 years. And we're going to sign Leddy. He's the only defenseman we need to sign, so we're going to do that. For 4.215 for 2 years. 2-1. There we go, for 2 years. And then finally, we're going to go with Cotton. We're going to give him a contract. 4 years is what I'm going to give him. A little bit of a boost. 4 years for 6.890. And we've got enough in the budget to be... 4 years. 890. We have enough in the budget to be able to do that, so we're gonna do it now. Lock him in for an extra year at good value. Let's sim. Let's make sure that we've got Chasen, Leddy, and Cotton now, and then we'll move on to our depth players that we'd like to give contracts to. Guys that are going to be playing in the AHL, like Riala. So we got Leddy, we got Chasen, and we got Cotton. So everybody's locked down. We still have $7 million left to spend. Tons of room. Now, I do want to take a look at our centers, make sure they're all locked down. Okay, Nordstrom. I'd like to give Nordstrom a contract because he's going to be playing our top line in the minors. 1 year at 1.55. They got him as a fourth line forward, but you know what? He's not quite there yet. 1.155. Oops. We can give him 985. All right, so we'll offer him 985 for that 1 year. That's good enough for me for Nordstrom. Now, obviously, Tervainen we have locked in. McNeil we've got locked in. Dano we got locked in. Anderson, I don't really think we need him. 3 red stars. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about him. Broadhurst, we will give a contract. He's gonna be playing the top line on the right wing. We'll just leave it like that because he's not gonna max out. And Hartman, we'd like to give a contract. I've got him playing the third line right wing in our minor league system. So we'll give him 650 for 2 years. We're not going to worry about Lucic. We're not going to worry about Miller. We've got Kopech, so he's actually going to play the third line left wing. I know he's not that great. And we're not going to sign Saipula. All right, let's just make sure we got... Reala's one that I'd like to add. I know he's going to max out here right away. 935. We can actually get him for 795. So, you know what? If he gets a boost here and he's NHL ready, he'll be tradable. He'll be a tradable asset for us, and his value will be nice, or his contract will have him nice and low. We're going to give Mashinter a contract just based on the fact that he is a guy that can provide some experience for our players. Tedarenko, I don't have him in the system as playing with us. And then we've got Baptiste who's signed, and Fiore we do not need to sign right now. We go to defense. Martin, he's 78 overall, 26 years old. He's going to max out, but he's kind of like Reala. Just in case he jumps up, I want to have him at a good value, so we're going to get him for 760. It's a little bit of a savings. Whatever you can do. I mean, if you can get James Martin for 760 and he's playing, you know, third line minutes for our team or something like that. Blacker, we're going to give him a new contract. How old is he? He's 26 years old. He's in the exact same boat. We're going to give him 710 for the year. There you go. For 1 year, that's fine with me. And then we've also got Levi. He's 25 years old. He could get up there. He wants 1.94 for 2 years. I could give him that, 1.94. And we can get him at 1650. Where we are. We can give him at 1.650 for those 2 years. And he's considered a minor top two. So he'll play down in the minors on the top line. Let's see. Cushman, he's signed. We don't need to worry about those guys. Holmes is signed. Okay, perfect. I'm good with that. Now, goaltenders, I would like to give Whitney another contract. How much does he want? 650. Fine, that's good with me. Let us sim a day now. I don't think that there's anybody else I can add here that would be able to play in the AHL or, you know, who's not quite skilled enough. Let's see what happens. So we've got Martin, we got Levi, we got Blacker, Mashinter, Nordstrom, Broadhurst, Hartman, Whitney, and we got Reala. So, I believe that's everybody. I would like to go to all skaters. Sort by this, make sure there's nobody I'm missing. We don't want him, we don't want Anderson or Miller. None of these guys are signable, and that is it. All right, and then the goalies, I'll make sure I got all those guys signed. Yeah, those guys are signed. There's only Hextall. Doesn't need to be signed yet, 18 years old. We'll see how he progresses. A lot of Red Star goalies in our system, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to sim up to free agency here. We're going to see what comes available. We've got $6.35 million to spend. We got 41 players under contract, so this has got 9 openings. We could add a couple prospects here, depending on what's available. We would like to add, ideally, a third-line center. We could get that through free agency, or we could get it through a trade. Now, looks like Nick Bonino is available. All right, so let's see. So, oh, Craig Smith is also available. He wants 3.890. We'd probably have to give up 4.50 for 3 years. He's an 84 overall, two-way forward, 86 defensive awareness, decent passing and puck control. What's his last couple years like? 58 points. He's probably playing second line, though. I would imagine 58 points. I would picture him to progress. If we played him on the third line, he'd probably be putting up about 40 points. All right, 40 points and probably a plus 10. That was probably an exceptional year for him on a great Nashville Predator team. But Craig Smith is a good option. We've also got Derek Brassard, who comes with a bit of a higher cap, but same overall, and he brings a playmaker aspect to this. You know, he's going to be a good passer. I mean, look, his passing's not much better than Smith's, but offensive awareness way higher, 90. Now, do we need that on the third line? Maybe, maybe not. We could do to just stick with, you know, the third line being, stick with him being, or third line being sort of a checking line, our team being a checking line. Alex Steen's also available, but he's a left winger. He's got pretty good faceoffs. No, 68. I thought he used to have better. Now, here's Nick Bonino. He's the name that caught our attention. You know what? He's not as good. He definitely appears not as good here. Even his passing and puck control, he's not going to contribute as well. He is a third-line center, which is what you're going to get. Now, you got Zach Smith here, too, a grinder. I like grinders. You guys know I do. But I want somebody that can contribute offensively as well. And I think I'd rather spend the extra $2 million and pick up Craig Smith. Play him on the third line. He's a big physical body, 6'1", 202. He can still throw the body around. Good shot, good passing and puck control. Good, decent offensive awareness and defensive awareness and good discipline. I think Craig Smith would be a nice option for us, okay? So I think we'll go for Craig Smith. Now, before we continue, I do need to make... Oh, not GM. Well, let's take a look here. Can I upgrade anything? No. All right. I do want to take a look at trading possibly for Honka. So we're going to do that. Now, Honka's in... Is he in Anaheim? I believe he's in Anaheim. Let's see. Maybe he's in LA. I don't remember anymore. Honka. Honka. No, okay, so he's, he must be LA. I don't recall anymore. I think he's Los Angeles then. Yeah, I'm almost positive he's Los Angeles. There he is. 82 overall Honka. The reason why you guys want me to pick him up is because he's an offensive defenseman with an absolutely amazing shot. We could play him on the third pairing defense, so he's a little bit sheltered. And when it comes to the power play, he'll be up there. So we're going to throw Honka on there. Now, we could also pick... Now, we're going to give up Clendening. You guys are saying give up Clendening to pick up Honka. I think you're right on that, just based on their overall. Yeah, because look, 78 overall, and he's a two-way defenseman. He's an okay player, but he's definitely no Honka. So we're gonna throw Clendening on there. Now, will this trade go through? Probably not, just because of the fact that Honka and Clendening are the identical trade value. They don't want Honka, and they don't want to get rid of Honka, and they don't want Clendening. So if I go and look at players that they'd be interested in, here's skaters matching the block. The lowest ranked one would be Daniel Winnick. All right, and then we've also got Nordstrom and LeBlanc. Now we could throw LeBlanc in here because we're going after that free agent in Smith. So we could throw LeBlanc in here, and I would be willing to do that. I would be willing to throw in Louis LeBlanc for that. However, I do want to make sure that I get my man, right? I want to make sure I get Smith. So we will go out there, and we'll sign Smith first, and then I'll come back to the Honka trade, okay? So let's go to free agents. Let us go for Craig Smith. All right, now, there's two other teams interested. I think that if I offer him 4.5 for those 3 years, he will take that contract. So that's $600,000 more than he should be making. He is a second-line forward. He is a good second-line forward. We're going to play him on the third line, and he'll make up, you know, we've got $6 million, and we've got, what, $6.3 million, and we're going to trade away Louis LeBlanc, which will give us an extra 1.5. So technically, we've got $7.8 million. This will leave us with about 3.3 afterwards, okay? So after all the moves have done, I say 3.3. Will this go through? We'll find out soon. Okay, so we got Craig Smith out there. Now, along with him, that brings us to 42 contracts. There's other guys, like David Musil, 3.5 yellow stars. They've also got Tyler Biggs, 3.5 yellow star power forward. They consider him a fourth-line player. Now, are these guys RFAs? Musil is and Biggs is. Now, what about UFA? Here you go. Braden McNabb. He's a two-way defenseman, 80 overall, 26 years old. Is anybody else interested in him? Nobody, because he wants 2.165. I'm not willing to give up that kind of money for him. I'd rather add players like this guy here, Kuhnhackl. Wow, that's a terrible name. But in terms of depth, I don't really need to add anybody except for a defenseman. Let's see. There's Urbaum. 3 green stars. I got him as a top 6. Defensive defenseman. Wow, he's not bad. He's got good body checking. His offensive awareness and discipline are just shit. What's his deal? How much does he want? 1.6. Nobody's interested in Urbaum. Yeah, probably for good reason. There's actually no depth defenseman. Oh, just McNabb, but yeah, just again, he doesn't. Yeah. I mean, we could gamble on Urbaum, give him a contract. He's just terrible. You know what? He's just not good enough. He's good physically. He's good. He's okay defensively. Yeah, and his shot's not even that great. You know what? I'm not going to go with Urbaum. Now, are there any? There are these 2 RFAs. We've got Biggs and Musil. Now, they want 1.7. Musil wants 6.85. I could go after Musil, and Edmonton's the team that wants him because he's theirs. We'll give. Let's see. He wants a 2-way contract. Pardon me, 2-way contract. I'm gonna max him out. I'm gonna give him 9.75. We'll see if Edmonton matches. No picks are required, but I would imagine they're gonna match that. Now, Biggs wants 1.170. He's a 4th line right winger. He will be okay, possibly. I don't know that he's worth that amount. What do I have to give up to get that? No picks. Okay, so let's push it up there. No picks for 1.285. I don't know what the cutoff is. Let's check 1.4. You do not have the draft picks in order to supply compensation. Okay. So it's let's try 1.350 then. Let's see how that pops up here. Nope, so not quite there. So how about 1.3? Maybe that is the cutoff. There. We'll see if that's it. We'll do 1.30. Let's do 1.305. 1.310. Oh, no, we can keep going. Okay, so let's try 1.335. Okay, we can still go. How about 1.3400? Or 440 or 345. Yep, so it must be. Well, let's try 350. Did we try 350? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so it's 345. We'll offer him 1.345. Whoops. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, let's go back out. That way we don't have to give up picks, but we're maxing out. There we go. We're maxing out exactly how much we can, you know, like their salary cap. We do not know what Toronto's got for salary cap, so that would be a big deal there if we could pick him up and steal him away. Goalies, I want to take a look at goalies with potential. We got this guy, Luca Preseni. Now, is he a UFA or an RFA? He's a UFA, Luca Preseni. 4 yellow stars. This guy, falling on our lap, 6'3", 194 pounds, 21 years old. Yeah, I'll give you a contract. Nobody has any interest, but I'm going to max him out, 9.75, and he'll be our top goalie in the minors. We've also got this guy here, Kevin Bouchard, 21 years old as well, 3.5 green stars. I'll also give him, you know what, I'll give him 9.25, because I feel that's a little bit better. All right, there you go. So there's a couple more goalies signed. Now, we have a we may run into a problem with the amount of goalies we have under contract. You can only have so many. Let's take a look at contracts then for goalies, and let's see if we can't move some of these guys that we're not going to use before they accept. See, we've got a few now, right? Oh, so we only got 3 under contract. So we should be able to pick up those 2 without a problem. Yeah, we should be. Oh, that's rookie goalies. We got 5 under contract, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe what we'll do, I know we just signed Whitney. But what we'll do, I think, is trade away OJ. I think we'll or we could move Hall. You know what? We could move Hall. And yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'd like to move Hall. I know he's good. Oh, how old is he now? 23 years old, 4 red stars. I'm going to keep Hall. I will move Whitney. I'll see if anybody wants Whitney. Let's go to, I don't know what the minimum number or the maximum number of goalies you can have under contract is. Oops, not signed free agents. We need to trade negotiations. GM options. Trade negotiations. Trade players. Let's just throw them up there. Let's see if anybody else out there is interested. Goalies. Rookie goalies. We're throwing out Whitney. Let's see if anybody wants Whitney. Probably not. Okay, and if we can't trade him away, yeah, we can't get him. Let's see if these guys will take him. They got any picks they want to get rid of. We might be able to move him for a 3rd round pick, possibly. Maybe only a 4th. You know what? We'll try a 3rd. We have a great relationship with Anaheim. We'll see if that goes through. There you go. Can't look a gift horse in the mouth. So we'll pick up a 3rd round pick for Whitney, and that'll definitely give us the space to be able to re-sign those, sign those free agents. So let's see what happens here. So Bouchard took our offer. He said your offer was just bordering on being too low financially, but I decided to accept it. So we got a 3.5 green star goalie there, and we got Craig Smith. So perfect. We got David Musil. Oh wait, David Musil went with another team. Never mind. Tyler Biggs has accepted our offer, but obviously it's not done because he's an RFA. And then Lucas Preseni. Your offer was just bordering on being too low financially, but I've decided to accept it. Awesome. So we got a 76 overall goalie now in the system with 4 yellow stars. Oh, wow. Given the minimal salary involved, you are not obligated to supply any draft picks as compensation. Perfect. So offering too much, the Maple Leafs were unable to do that. So we've taken an RFA away. And now we've got another prospect in the system. So well done on our part, I think, to pick those guys up. Before we go, I don't want to make you guys wait any longer. We're going to make that trade that I was talking about earlier. We're going to go to Los Angeles, and we're going to pick up Honka, make everybody happy. Everybody was really on me for Honka, saying that I don't listen to you guys. But the fact of the matter is I had the episodes recorded before. All right, so we're going to give them Clendening, like you guys said. And then you know what? I'm going to throw in our centerman, Louis LeBlanc. They want him. This won't go through because of the cap, though. This could be a problem. We could take a player back who has cap hit issues. I don't know if we got enough to be able to make this go through. No. We might not be able to make this go through. Okay, I might have to just trade Clendening. I might have to trade Clendening for Honka, and I might have to give up a pick. They don't want any picks. We have 2/3, but you know what? It might just be enough to put it over the edge. So let's throw the Anaheim pick on there for Honka. Will it go through? And it won't. What are they interested in? They're interested in goalies. Not really anybody they want though. Hextall. How about Hextall? Okay, we throw Hextall on there. We don't have him signed anyway, and we'll throw Bell on there. So 2 prospect goalies. Will that go through? Wow. Okay, and then I'll throw a pick on. Anaheim's pick. Will that go through? Wow, unbelievable. It's not considered close to fair value. I'd love to throw on our boy here. Hold on, it's got to go to goalies. Goalies, Bell, and Hextall. Now we have considered what's poor relationship with the Los Angeles Kings, so I got to make some trades here. Hold tight. Oh my goodness. All right, there's Clendening. We got to remove Honka. Okay, we got to do the 7ths. We got to get our value up there. All right, here we go. We got that one. We got to get this relationship back up there to great. We want great relationship. I know this is kind of a cheat, but you guys really wanted this trade to go through, and you can see that there's a cap space issue. Not necessarily with us, but with them. I mean, our cap space is pretty close. We're at $505,000. We're going to clear it out. We're going to have $1 million as soon as we can get rid of our buddy LeBlanc. If we can't move him to these guys, which kind of sucks. We're good now, and I think that once we got it up there, we should be able to just trade the picks. Honka and a pick. Or not Honka and a pick, Clendening and a pick. I mean, it's not that bad of a deal for them. They get a 4 yellow star player, whereas we have a 4. We'll give up a 4 red, or we'll get a 4 red star player. All right, so now it's great. Do we have our picks set back? Yes, we do. All right, so let's throw Phoenixes on then if they're concerned about that. And we want to give up the defenseman. Where's Clendening? There he is, Clendening. And we're going to pick up Honka. Now, this might go through now that our relationship is great. Will it? No, it won't. Unbelievable. Okay, I don't have a second to give up. Could I give up 2/3? 2/3 and Clendening for Honka. Will that go through? Wow, unbelievable. Okay, well, this is a problem for us now because of the cap space. Oh, for Christ's sake, man. This is what I hate about this game sometimes. Absolutely hate it. Skaters matching the block. Nordstrom. We could give up Nordstrom without affecting their cap. No, we can't because of the cap. Holy Christ. How about... And we can't give up LeBlanc, definitely because of the cap. And they don't have anybody that would equal that. Well, what player... Hold on. Do they have any players with higher salary? Will this guy count towards it? Nope, doesn't count. You know, that's the fucking problem with this shit, man. Alright, we want low value players with a lot of salary. How about Devane? Nope, not quite enough. We gotta find somebody in like the $1.2 million range probably. But then you get to this. Look at that. Then you end up with too much value, like Tanner Pearson. 1.2 million left wing, you know, two-way forward. I guess we could try it. Hold on. We could throw Pearson on there. And remove Devane. No, that won't even do it. We have a problem here. We do have a problem. Now, what else would they be willing to pick up? Oh my god. I gotta cut this off here. I gotta cut it off because this video is now at 25 minutes of me trying to deal with them. I'm gonna try and figure out some things here and maybe in between videos that might make it work. So I'm not wasting time trying to figure it out. So leave it there, guys. So until next time, I'm Target Audience, and I'll catch you guys out on the ice.